Here is a 4.5-minute preview from the meditation section of the video.
In this section, we're going to go over meditation and learn to use the mind to really build up a lot of energy and really bring our health and our fitness to an even higher level. Now, as you see, I've put a pillow down, and that's for a couple of main reasons. The first one is to maintain good posture, since posture has a lot to do with either increasing or decreasing energy flow. The second one is to help to protect the coccyx bone, since when you're sitting meditating for 20 or 30 minutes, that can serve as a source of distraction, as well as the ankle bone, since we're sitting in the cross-leg position. Again, by pressing the ankle bone on the floor could be another distraction. This posture in the cross-legged posture is important, especially in the more advanced meditations, because we don't want the energy to flow down the leg channels prematurely. We're going to be working with the dantian area, which is about an inch and a half below the belly button. So we don't want the chi that we're building up here to prematurely go down into the legs, where it will then be, either scattered throughout the points in the bottom of the feet, or simply not condensed here in the dantian, because the first goal is to increase the amount of energy that we have here, since when the chi is strong here in the dantian, it's going to be strong throughout the rest of the body. So that's why that's important. And again, it also becomes much more critical in more advanced meditations, such as small circulation, and particularly small circulation, where we want the energy to stay in the main vessels of the body, the governing and conception vessels respectively, and we don't want the energy to just flow any which way it desires around the body, and that pretty much negates any progress that we may have made. In order to help prevent our chi from scattering all over the place, concentration is really a key requirement to any successful meditative practices. Now, concentration is an elusive quality, and one that a lot of people have trouble with, especially beginners. One of the best ways to build up concentration is through the use of a candle, and particularly the candle flame itself. What you're going to do is just to practice focusing on the candle flame only for about 5 minutes without being distracted by any stray thoughts or allowing your mind to wander off the candle flame. And this is very simple in theory and very difficult in practice. And the reason is, the more you try to focus on one thing and stop your mind from thinking other things, the more it fights back, and it starts sending random thoughts into your mind, from what happened yesterday to any worries about tomorrow that you may have in your head, and it's going to keep trying to distract your mind more and more. And what you have to do is you're basically retraining your mind. Most people don't really have as much conscious control over their thoughts as they need to have. So this exercise, by giving you something physical and something in the here and now to focus on, it starts to take your mind off little by little, and it retrains your mind from worrying about what happened yesterday or what's coming up tomorrow to just being aware of the here and now. The first meditation that I want to introduce you to is going to involve utilizing the dantian. Now, in the body, there are 3 points that are considered dantian. Dantian means sea of energy, or chi ocean, okay, as is the more common translation. The first one, and the main one that is utilized in most qigong, is here in the dantian, and this is the seat of water energy. It's linked directly with the kidneys, whereas the energy that's stored in the kidneys, which again are absolutely vital for health and longevity, tends to move forward and is stored in the kidneys and in the dantian from the kidneys, and then from there it travels throughout the various meridians and energy systems. The second point considered a dantian is the middle dantian, also known as the solar plexus, and that's the seat of fire energy in the body. And the third one is the upper dantian here at the forehead, also known as the third eye, and that is considered the seat of the spirit, that point there. So for our practice here in these meditations, we're going to utilize the lower dantian, as it's officially known, the seat of the water energy. And for this practice, the first one, we're going to visualize a ball of energy here in the dantian, and that's really the extent of it. Very simple. But before we get into any meditation, the first thing you always want to do is practice calming the mind down. Now, this is very important because it's kind of like warm up before exercise, where it gets your muscles ready and your exercise is going to be more efficient and more productive. Same thing with calming the mind down.